Hello, everyone. RPG Kingdom Kid here, back with some more Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. In the previous video, Shulk kind of got... Yeah. Now shit's gonna get pretty interesting here. I think we're gonna get a big story dump on us as soon as we start the chapter here. Kind of explain why Dixon did what he did and everything else. So then we'll finally be like, okay, this is most of what I remembered. And I'll explain more when the cutscene ends. So fuck it, let's just get right to it. Let's see our boy Shulk get shot again. Or the aftermath of him getting shot, so
Shulk!
Hi. Thanks, Dixon. And Dow. Thanks, buddy. You're my
Dixon,
new best friend.
Why? Hey, old man! Are you completely out of your mind?
Don't you kids ever shut up. I'm just doing my job, as always. Right?
Who are you?
It's you.
Oh.
Yes. Now you remember. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Eggle? Too long.
Voice is a little different.
Zanza's disciple. Zanza's disciple?
Zanza's
Eggle, what do you
disciple?
mean? Dixon, what are you?
I don't have to explain anything.
I mean, it'd be
As
nice
they
if you
say,
did.
seeing is believing. Now, witness
Oh,
it with
fuck.
your own eyes. The moment of Lord Zanza's return.
Shulk!
Ooh, Shulk having like a seizure right there.
Get away from him!
Jarring.
No! Ah!
Zanza! I won't let you do this!
Whoop.
Brother!
Shulk!
Yoink.
Wait, who's this guy? Zanza.
Do not be surprised. Everything in this world is dictated by the passage of fate,
Ooh, the hair.
as all that exists is interconnected. Time can flow only towards the inevitable. That is the vision of which I, the Monado, am the origin. That which will be, will be. This was all predestined. Ever since I came to reside within Shulk.
What do you mean? Zanza grew tired from our battle. And then the High Entier ancestors trapped him. His flesh was sealed away on Prison Island. His soul, and hence the Monado, was confined to Osse Tower.
In those ruins? But what does this have to do with Shulk?
Did you forget? Who discovered those ruins? Who happened to be there? Who was the survivor we
Shulk.
found? And who brought back that survivor?
What are you saying? You planned all this when you found Shulk?
Jackpot. It was all for
Jackpot.
this day. In fact, there was never anyone called Shulk to begin with.
What?
My soul existed inside the Monado. It was fated that I be released. It was shown to me in a vision. At last the time finally came, and then...
The people who found the Monado and freed it awoke Zanza. He sucked the lives from them so he could live. Shulk was among them.
Shulk was already dead. That's impossible. We grew up together.
You grew up with an empty shell. He appeared to live because I became his life force. That is until he had matured as my new vessel and become worthy of wielding the Monado, allowing me to truly awaken and finally return.
Lord Zanza is the soul of the Bionis, but he still needs a living body. Just like Mechonis over there. Ha! Call that corpse a friend? Don't make me laugh.
But why use Shulk? What was it that made you select Shulk as your vessel?
Select, that's a
There was no
choose.
particular reason. Shulk merely happened to be there at the time.
There you have it. Anybody would have done. As long
Winds
as
of
they could
fate.
swing a sword around, at least.
So then, Shulk's ability to use the Monado.
And those visions that he used to save us.
All because of Lord Zanza. Lord Zanza can see the passage of fate. He simply led you to the inevitable. The destruction of Colony 9. The death of that pompous old high-entier fool. And that grunt Gaddo's miserable demise. All of it.
You evil...
Yeah!
Ooh, Melia. Ooh.
There's more. We haven't
Oh,
even
there's
got
more.
to the best part.
What are you gonna do, Dixon?
Don't you get it? You're just in the way. The lot of you. This world was created by Lord Zanza. By the very Bionis itself. Then you things think you can just spring up all over the place.
All life that is born from me must be returned to me eventually to complete the cycle. For me to continue my existence as before, then all must be restored to its former order.
In other words, the destruction and recreation of the world. Nothing more to it.
First, we must eliminate my greatest obstacle. You, Mechonis, the Mechonis!
Oh, rock.
The
Oh, the
Bionis!
Bionis is up. Up and at him.
Bionis moves!
I've been waiting. Waiting for this day. Zanza!
Nope, I can block it now
Brother,
because I'm moving.
Stop! You're too weak!
I don't care. I will gladly sacrifice myself to eliminate Zanza. As long as he lives, there can be no peace for us, or for the people of Bionis.
So where does
Ha! Then you shall
Alvis
cease to exist
drive into this again?
by the wrath of my blade!
Ooh, hi, look at that Monado.
The Monado! I'll show you the meaning of wrath! What?
It's finished!
Whoop. Duck, everyone.
Why? Egil and Shulk could put their differences aside!
Meaningless sentiment.
Zanza! Right, now! Yeah!
How could you do this?
It is from me that all life is born. It lives only for me. And it shall be returned.
Yoink.
So you have finally unleashed your Monado. And there was me thinking you would die with dignity.
I finally understand.
Main
The
has her
futures
own
of our
Monado.
children belong to them alone. Though we are their creators, their lives are theirs to control. Even if the passage of fate is as you have decided, I will teach you the strength of their will to resist. Zanza, if you choose to deny the existence of every living being but yourself, then I choose to fight. To fight for them!
That's right. We won't let you erase everyone's futures.
Yeah, Fiora! Maineth!
This
It's
battle is
playtime,
mine,
baby! With the Monado!
I feel stronger. You're out of here. Feel the weight of your existence.
Is that all you've got?
I'm not gonna lose.
Is that all you've got?
I can do it. I know I can.
Is that all you've got?
This. Everything's gone blur. You're out of here. ECS. Mode B. Bang.
I think this is just a losing battle.
You're out of
Yeah. Well, I mean, technically, yes, a losing battle, but at the same time, we couldn't really die. Oh, the music is so...
Something wrong? Is this the height of your skill? You call yourself a god, and you talk of sharing this world with me. So that's why the dead boy is important to you. The Homs are nothing but bacteria clinging to my body.
They are living beings. If you cannot understand this, you have no right to call yourself a god.
And who decides that? A god? Because only a god may decide. This world only needs one god, Maynard. May you rot in that shell for all eternity!
Fiora!
God, this is so good.
Face me like a god! If not, then say goodbye to your putrid friends!
Maineth!
Such a fool.
This is what I wish. This world belongs to you all. Create a world with no need for gods.
Monado blades.
This is the passage of
Well, now
fate.
that's just cheating. 2 Monados? Fuck you, asshole.
Zanza, disappear!
He's gone. And things ain't looking good for us.
Let it begin. The ceremony
of destruction and recreation.
Make sure I'm still recording.
The Bionis. That light. What's happening now?
Vanea. I'm sorry. I
understand. I always knew it might come to this.
Go, Vanea. Do what you must, while there is still time remaining. All hope is not lost.
No! You must come with me.
I, too, have something that I must do. The final wish, trusted to me by Lady Mayneth.
Oh, brother. Melia?
I understand your feelings. Leave it to us. We know what we must do. We will do all
Good
we
girl,
can
Melia.
for the people of Mechonis.
Now
Girl
go.
Mania, Melia for coming
Shulk
down here.
can still be saved. Do not let the last glimmer of hope be extinguished.
Egil. Go in peace. Let's go. We're leaving the
Love and
Mechonis.
serve the Lord.
Ryan, take care of Shulk. Got it.
You okay?
Yes.
Good. It still works. The whole place is gonna blow. We must return to Junks via the central factory.
Let's go!
If only we could fast travel.
Dun. What about Egil?
He'll fight Zanza to the very end. But we have our part of the bargain. Once he's gone, we're the only ones left. Let's move, everyone!
Goodbye, my brother.
You know what? I'm okay with this party. I am A-okay with this party for a while. Dunban, Ryan, and Fiora. Considering, I believe that Ryan... Well, no, I think... You know what? Hold on a second. Let's check the affinity. Yeah, the only one who's not at least agreeing with Ryan is Fiora, so. And then the only one for Fiora that won't be agreeing will be Ricky afterwards, so. So yeah, there it is. Shulk has always been dead. And his body was only alive because of Zanza, the soul of Bionis and the soul of the Monado just resided in him. And that's why all the other people died, is because their life force was, I don't want to say sacrificed, but they were basically drained. They were drained of their life force for Zanza in order to get to the point where he can inhabit Shulk. I'm sure he picked Shulk mostly because like he was young and it'd be easier to probably inhabit his body and like not really warp his mind, because he didn't really warp his mind, but like he had more potential to get stronger as, you know, the years went by and such. I'm sure everyone else was like a little bit too older to do anything. But luckily, like for Shulk, that's why he was always called heir to the Monado, was because like that was Zanza's body, I believe, was like the first one to call him heir to Monado. I honestly don't remember if that is the case or not, but oh, that's some kind of BS up there. With that item right there, the only way to get it is you have to jump off of the... Well, actually, yeah, you do have to jump off. All for a cable mouse. So that's why they called Shulk the heir to the Monados, because he was flat out... He was flat... Like, I want to say it was Zanza's body. That was the first to call him the heir to the Monado, but I could be mistaken for that. It could have been also like a High Entia or someone call him the heir to Monado first, or maybe it was even... No! I don't remember, but I want to say it was Zanza's body that first called Shulk the heir to the Monado. I could be wrong with that, and I probably am. Most likely am. But, yeah, so that's some big stuff, and we haven't, like, there's still one more major thing that's going to be happening here, probably shortly, as soon as we get through this door, but, like, yeah, no, it gets really good at I mean, granted, this game has been fantastic so far, fantastic, but the story really picks up. It goes from, like, a solid, like, oh, you know, gotta stop the, you know, person out for revenge type thing. Not really show him the errors of his ways, but somewhat showed the error of his ways. And get him to understand, like, hey, we can live together, even though he wants to kill us all. But then, I kind of wish that they would, with the scenes with Dixon and even Alvis, and now Alvis, we still don't know, like, what his deal is, but Alvis, someone, like, from the cutscenes that we saw with, like, Alvis and Dixon, like, they really seemed like, okay, they definitely had something more sinister planned. I kind of wish they didn't show so much of that. I really wish they didn't show so much of it. Like, they should have cut out at least half of that stuff to show that. I mean, granted, then it probably wouldn't, like, hit you. Then it probably would have been like, oh, well, this is just such a bullshit thing for them to do. You know, as I'm talking, I might as well go to the other side here. Be like, oh, well, that's such a giant... whatever, like, people, I could see people getting mad at that too. It's like, well, they really should have done a better job of showing. It's like, I feel like there could have been a happy medium. Like, I feel like they showed too much of it. They could have showed a little bit and somewhat hinted at it being like, you know, Dixon being evil or whatever. But I feel like, God, what was the first? I think it was the one right after Colony 9 got attacked and Ryan and Shulk are leaving, and I think there was like a cutscene with Dixon saying something, and it just flat out be like, oh, that doesn't seem all that too pleasant or something. It might have been then, but there was one cutscene early on. I want to say way early on, maybe even before we got to the High Entia capital, where they just flat out was like, they showed Dixon, and it's like, oh no, Dixon's like somewhat evil. Even like, I feel like they could have had one of the scenes with Alvis and whatever her dumb bitch face is, who from the High Entia. I can't even be bothered to remember her name because she's such a bitch. I feel like they could have gotten rid of one of the cutscenes there, and it would have been probably fine. But with Dixon, I don't know. I feel like there could have been a better way to, like, show... I feel like they made it really obvious with Dixon's like, oh no, Dixon has, like, Dixon's not really fighting for us type thing. He's fighting with us, but he's not fighting for our cause or anything like that. He has his own agenda that probably for now is beneficial to be fighting with us right now. But as soon as, like, either we stray from what he wants us to go on, or as soon as we get to the point where he's like, okay, I can do shit on my own type thing, or it's like, he basically did what he did. It's like, oh, I'm just going to use these guys for them. I can, like, Dixon probably was like, I can easily get rid of the Homs, or I can easily get rid of this group. Dixon was like, I can easily get rid of this group on my own, but I'll need them to get rid of Aegil and the Mechonis and the Mechon for me type thing. So that's why he was probably like, yeah, for now I'll fight with them, but as soon as they get done, as soon as they finish Aegil, or, you know, we didn't do what he wanted us to do, which was kill Aegil. So that's why he's like, yeah, no, now I can, like, he knew he could probably, like, I can do this, but I want to see if they can do the thing first. And it's like, well, they didn't kill him, but they weakened him enough where I can kill him type thing, so I feel like I really wish they kind of, like, showed, like I said, Dixon being evil or having such the alternative a little bit better, and so it wasn't completely obvious. That's like, oh, he's not doing this, like, beneficial for us. But let me know what you guys think. Like, how do you feel like they could have handled the Dixon? Because, like, I can't remember what cutscene it was, but it was a very early one where it's like, no, Dixon's like, I don't want to say he's evil, but he was like, yeah, Dixon isn't so much on our side. Like, he's for now working with us, but he's not working for us type thing, like I mentioned. Oh, thank you for watching here for us. But we have to escape here first. Shall we go back to the village? Nah, let's not. Let's stay here on this thing that's supposed to be exploding.
Stubborn mortals, so desperate to cling to your pathetic lives, even when there is no hope for you! Don't you ever give up!
Never. But hear this, Zanza. They will judge me not in life, but death.
And there goes the other arm.
Die!
And that's why everything that we saw and did on Mechonis will be cut off from us forever.
Shulk. For both our worlds, you must succeed. Lady Maynard.
The Mechonis!
Yowza.
Egil!
Look starboard! What's that cloud?
That's a lot of Telethia.
It's Telethia!
Oh, you're back.
You're not getting away!
Dixon!
Listen, it's over. Time for you all to return to the Bionis. Nice and quietly.
That's enough! Why, Dixon? What made you like this? Shulk looked up to you, respected you!
Dixon! Don't let Zanza control you! Wake up!
You can quit your belly aching. I'm in total control. I've always been like this. Ever since long before any of you lot were born.
Before we were born?
Now you get it. It's just like Egil said. I'm Lord Zanza's disciple. Dixon of the Trinity!
Oh, Dixon of the Trinity, you say? Okay, well, time for you to die. Oh, well, I guess.
I feel stronger.
Bring it on!
Feel the weight of your existence.
Electric Gut Buster.
I'm powering up. Eat this. Yeah. You like that?
Mine!
Magnificent attack. Leave it to Ryan. Bring it on. I'm powering up.
Heal barrier!
Now it's Ryan's time.
You see it? Low B! Bang! It's wonderful to be with everyone.
As I with you, powering up.
Double blade! I can do it! I know I can!
Worldly slash.
Come on your feet.
Cheers. Now it's Ryan's time.
You're out of here. Lead. You're out of here. Mine!
I know. Go back. Your turn.
Oh wow, we were doing
Good
like
job, everyone.
nothing.
This is how we do it.
Oh, it's because Celestia, they can read the movements, you know.
Oops. Thank you.
No way.
We're not getting anywhere. I can't take anymore.
You waste of space.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Not
sure
so
this was
tough
the
without
last battle.
Shulk, eh? Stupid beast. You should be grateful. Not everyone has a war buddy like me to lead them along. Tasted good, didn't they? The victory drinks we used to share.
I'll kill you!
What? Who was that? Show yourself!
Melia, are you all right?
Oh, hi, Callian.
Brother!
Callian! Dixon! He works for the Bionis! He shot Shulk in the back! Is this true? Dixon? This ends here. Your Telethia are no match for our Havres squadron. You cannot win!
Maybe you should be concentrating on your own people instead of barking at me. Looks like you've forgotten your destiny. Right? Lorithia?
Lorithia! Are you involved in this as well?
Your Highness, your naivety is quite charming, but
You're
it is also
evil.
your
Who could have
I had much
saw that
fun
coming?
playing with you and your father.
her? I didn't mind them showing that she was flat out
What
evil
is this
right away. But with Dixon, I feel like it should have been a little more better
Ether
done,
particles
in a way.
emitted so that the Bionis can be destroyed and reborn. What do you get if you cross high concentrations of ether with high entia?
No! You wouldn't! Lorithia!
Awaken, my darling pets!
They are...
Telethia!
Brother!
Melia!
So remember when they said Melia would be the last emperor of the High Enthia?
Let him go!
You misunderstand, child. This is the reason why High Entia are born. Do not blame poor old me.
Explain yourself!
It's just like she says. The High Entia are a race created by Lord Zanza to eliminate any annoying life forms in the preparation for the rebirth of the Bionis. Their bodies contain a gene that, when the time comes, transforms them into Telethia.
It can't be. Say it isn't so.
Melia, it is true. That is why you are our only hope.
She's more harms than
Brother?
High Enthia.
Whatever. We won't be needing a half-breed like you anyway. I mean, if you don't turn into a Telethia, it just means you're gonna get crushed by one. That's the only thing you're good for. Rise up, pets. Do my bidding. Kill your lovely sister.
Damn.
Brother! Just hold on! I'll find a way to save you!
Melia! So sorry. I always placed such a heavy burden on you.
Don't say such things, brother!
But at least I can still shoulder the destiny of our people. The burden meant for you
Brings a tear to my eye.
These moments are to be treasured. How?
Fuck you, bitch.
Melia! Father's wish and the future of the High Entia are in your hands. Yours and Shulk's.
Telethia! Destroy him!
Yeah, there you go.
Dixon!
I got it. Too late. Damn him!
Ah, fuck. Wait, what? Is that seriously the end? Motherfucker. Is that seriously the end of the chapter? Motherfucker, it is. Fuck that. We're gonna keep going for a little bit longer. It wasn't that much longer. So. Wow.
Where am I? Oh. So I'm... What was I doing?
Shulk, don't go crazy on us.
What was the purpose of my life?
I love that they're showing him exactly how he was dressed too during these scenes. I love that detail.
No. I've got it wrong. I was never alive. It was Zanza. All along. Everything I did was...
Do you want to say pointless?
Yeah.
That voice.
Pointless would work, Alvis. Thanks, by the way, wherever the fuck you are, whatever the fuck you're doing.
Nobody else can decide that. Only you.
This is the final chapter of the game, too, by the way, so. Alrighty, what do you have for us, bucko?
Shulk. Here. Mechon made you a wonderful new weapon. Since you lost your Monado, I mean. It uses the latest Mechina technology. Use it when you wake up. Then, let's all go on living.
Aww. Fiora.
We've relocated the High Entia and the Nopon refugees to Colony 6. Thankfully, the Mechon did us a favor by fortifying it for us. It should hold out for a while.
It's ironic. We want to escape Zanza, but we can't leave his body, the Bionis.
Well, this is our home.
Princess, I have to know.
Juju!
Should we be worried about the evacuated High Entia?
I cannot be sure, but I believe not. All those who survived are part Homs like me.
Understood.
If they ever do transform, I will be among them. If that time comes, you know what to do.
Are you sure?
Everyone is obliged to accept their fate.
No way! There's no way Callian
No
would leave the fate of the
way.
High Entia to you if that was gonna happen.
Precisely. And Melia, if we are to survive, we must fight Zanza and the Telethia. It may not be the case with all of them, but a large number of Telethia were once High Entia. Your subjects and your brethren.
I am prepared for that. Even if it means harming my brethren, it is for the protection of the survivors. That is the final wish of my father and brother. I will fight to free the souls stolen by Zanza.
You're a fighter, Melia. We will need all your strength in the fight ahead.
How's Shulk?
He's going to make it. His wound has closed. I think Mainith used the last of her power to protect him.
So he's okay?
Linada is
Well-
tending to him now. Fiora,
Okay, and the
He
fact
won't
that
wake
he's
up.
a dead shell.
It's like his consciousness has sunk to the bottom of a cold, dark lake. I keep saying his name, but he doesn't respond.
Zanza's gonna pay for this.
What if the Telethia attack?
Then we'll have to fight without Shulk. That's why we've strengthened our defenses.
That weapon I made should come in handy as well.
We're backed into a corner, but we'll give it all we've got.
Can your resistance truly achieve anything?
What do you mean by that, Alvis?
Exactly what I said. We were all born of the Bionis, of Zanza. It is Zanza's will that the Telethia return us to the body from whence we came. Whether we die of old age or in battle, we all eventually return to the Bionis. We cannot escape this fate. Am I wrong?
You've got it backwards, man. Just because he thinks it doesn't make it so. We decide whether to keep living or not.
I agree. Even though he's our creator, that doesn't afford him the right to take our lives on a whim.
But that is the thinking of a Homs. He is a god. Such morals cannot apply to gods.
So you think we should just shut up and die?
If that is the fate decided by a god.
You are mistaken if you think we will simply accept such a fate and wait to die.
We'll never stop fighting, not till the end.
To Zanza, the outcome is the same. Thus, your logic is flawed.
It ain't the outcome that's important. It's the will to fight back.
Even if you die in vain.
Alvis, whose side are you on? You scared or something? Frightened of a few Telethia?
Stop this. There's no point fighting amongst ourselves.
Fiora.
Sorry. I need to go and get some air.
Okay. Melia's turn.
Yes?
Yes. What about you? What are you
Hello.
selling? You sell equipment.
Hello.
Hello. Take you over the high end who fled to refuge. However, we have cause for concern. There are not enough provisions to go around. A problem? You know what? I should have picked this up when I had a party! I couldn't say that. I was hoping I might get something in return. Oh, I see. It appears that my admiration is premature. Yeah, I'm a businessman. I'm not running some kind of charity yet. I know when it's time to stand up and be content. These people need help, and I'm the one who's going to help them. Sasuke, won't you help these refugees? Find the key and bring the food from the warehouse to the camp. Could this be... Oh shit, I'm actually at Colony 6, am I not? Yeah, I am. Holy shit. Oh, that reminds me. Well, I don't know whose it was. It could have been Dunban's and Fiora's. Or Shulk and Ryan's. But there were... Remember there was one... Colony 6 heart-to-heart that was still question marked. Now I think none of these should be question marked, right? Yeah, because we went past the event of. Actually, hold on a second. Alright, Fiora, come here, girl. Come on, Fiora. I'm gonna pick up these quests when I have a party so I can get affinity. Alright, hold on a second.
Fiora, are you all right?
Guess I wasn't hiding it well. I didn't want to worry anyone.
It must be difficult living with that body.
I'm getting more and more used to it. But people still look at me funny. Oh, it's not that bad. It feels pretty comfortable, actually. I don't need to worry about food or anything like that.
I see.
This body, the energy from the chest component made it work. It turned out to be a Monado. Such a strange feeling.
A Monado? Was that the Monado that Zanza took from Mechonis? Will your body cease to function?
I'll be fine for now. There's still some stored energy left.
But then what?
Oh, Melia, if I ever... Please take care of Shulk.
Don't talk like that. How can you ask me such a thing?
I'm sorry.
There's no need to apologize.
You're right. Thank you, Melia.
If Shulk awakes, will you tell him?
No. He worries too much anyway.
He does worry. It's just like him.
Actually, I'm already dead. I have been since the Mechon attacked.
Fiora.
But I'm happy now. This body has given me the chance to live. Maybe I don't have much time left, but at least I can be with Shulk for a little while longer.
Do you feel that strongly for him?
Yes. That's why I'll fight on.
Alright,
and
I'm back.
help him
Sorry.
in any way I can.
Just thought this was a really good scene for like these two to like really have.
Let's get back. Everyone will start worrying.
Yes, you are right.
And Melia, can you keep it secret from the others?
You do not want them to worry. I admire your strength.
Maybe I'll tell him. But only when the time is right.
I won't say a word. I'm nothing compared to her.
Don't compare yourself to her.
A siren!
Fiora, let's hurry back.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Some shit's going down. But like I said, I think that was a really good scene because it was kind of a scene that they needed to have between these two. Because that's obviously we all know Melia kind of did develop some feelings for Shulk during their adventures, and as we knew, Fiora always had those feelings for Shulk ever since. So they kind of like they need that like that was basically a heart-to-heart for story purposes, and I think it worked out really well. But anyway, shit's going down. Should probably fix that. So. Alrighty then.